if you take an active role in leadership, it does at that point now start to allow physicians the opportunity to find more systematic ways to streamline operations to once again become efficient so that the monies they're reimbursed based on their participation agreements allow them to still sustain that same level of financial stability and security that they've always been accustomed to. But where you as managers come into play is understanding what your role is in the medical practice. What skills are you going to need in the future to succeed? So as a manager, what you have to do is learn to ask yourself, do I have a clear vision? Do I have a goal? And are those goals aligned with physician leadership? You have to learn to communicate with your staff. Effective communication is what's going to make the difference between a successful organization and one just kind of floundering, trying to find its way. Do you know who you are and what your role as the manager of this healthcare operation is? Are you willing to pay the price for success? Because if your documentation substantiated a moderate level of complexity in decision making, then absolutely build these level 4s. However, all of these level 3s that you build us, but they really should have been a level 2, well, I have to assess that as an overpayment. Why? Because your level of decision making was a straightforward level of complexity. So what that tells me is the amount of work that was performed to be able to bill for a level 3 actually isn't what you did. So all of those level 3s that you billed me are now considered to be over-coded, which means there's a $20 to $30 difference depending on where you're located and what locality, what region, what part of the United States your practice is in. So the way it works is they're going to look at those 20 cases that they audited and they're going to say, Doc, on the 20 level 3s that you billed us that they should have really been level 2s, we're going to assess 100% overpayments. If they assess a 100% error rate based on this small audit, well now, between $20 and $30, you can start to do the math. This is how these audits start to manifest themselves. This is how it becomes a huge problem for practices. So that's why I tell my clients this very simple thing. Every claim that you file with an insurance company has to be able to substantiate itself through its own documentation. So what's a good chief complaint? Patient presents to the office today complaining of low back pain for a week. Perfect. What's not a good chief complaint? Patient's here today for follow-up. Of what? Tell us, what is the patient having a problem with today? Because remember, when we talk about evaluation and management services, like the 99201s through the 99215s, these are called problem-oriented codes, which means the patient has to have a presenting problem. Don't try to play games. Don't try to find ways to cut corners to keep yourself off of the radar screen. Because at the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself.